Welcome to my very first episode as a 33-year-old. I mean, out of the pods. I'm Deepti.
And I'm Natalie. Happy birthday, Deepti.
Thank you. I feel like I should be able to say happy birthday to me for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's your birthday month. Wait, no, your birthday month passed.
It's done.
The thing about your birthday is it's what, January 30th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how people have that birthday month? Like, you don't. Like,
No,
how
I
do you
don't.
celebrate your birthday like January 1st?
And you know what's funny is I heard that people get January birthdays are hard because people are fatigued from celebrating Christmas and like all the holidays. And they're like, great, a January birthday. I'm fatigued. No, but it was fun.
Do you like celebrating your birthday? I don't.
No, I hate it. I hate the attention. I like to run away. I wanted to do like a solo trip somewhere. And then my best friend from college was like, hey, do you want to just come to Clearwater, Florida? And I was like, absolutely. So it was like me, her 2-year-old, and the pool. It was amazing. It's like a very chill birthday.
Yeah, it looked so nice. I saw you posting on Instagram about it. And then I also saw your birthday post. Did Laura, your friend, take that photo?
Yes. I took my nice camera and I was like, hey, randomly, do you want to just do this photo shoot? And she's like, absolutely. So we went at sunset. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Such a fun little day.
I know it was such a cool photo, but I was like, who took this? Like, I was like, who? Does she have a boy there that I don't know? But then it was too good where I was like, there's no way this is from an Instagram boyfriend. So
yeah, an Instagram hubby is not able to do that. Let's face it.
Okay, so like, what's your dreams and goals as a newly minted 33-year-old?
Honestly, I'm getting this tattoo. Live with intention, baby. That's it.
You're getting it tattooed?
I'm gonna get it tattooed right here on my arm.
For those who listening, I thought you were going to get my initials.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about getting your initials with like a cute little flower, but we should go and
phone emoji.
No, we should go get an OOTP, like a little out of the pods tattoo. That'd be cool for like our 100th episode.
All right, well, we'll have to see at number 100 because I already have one ugly ass tattoo. I don't know if I could add another one to my list.
Yeah,
but,
true.
What an amazing like 33 years you had, especially the last 2 years. I feel like that was, I don't know, it's so crazy that we went through all of that and now we're kind of like getting older and it's getting past us. So
yeah. Wait, do you, I don't know why, but every birthday I feel like I need to do something like really crazy. Are you like that? Like, or do you just like want to like go under the radar and chill?
Honestly, every birthday I don't feel anything. Truly. Like
it's so morbid of you to say.
Like I don't feel any different. Remember when I had that wig party for my 30th birthday?
Oh my God, I hate you for that shit. I hate you.
Guys, okay, Deepti was the worst at this. So I had like, what is it, like 30 people and we all wore like colorful wigs and like went out during the day. Like we bar hopped for my birthday. Deepti refused to wear her wig. She hated the theme so bad.
I put the wig
I thought
on.
It was so fun though. We were like so drunk. Do you remember like walking around the old town?
Oh, I totally remember. And people were mad at me, your friends, not in a bad, not in a bad way. They're like, put your fucking wig on. I was like, I look like fucking the Smurfs threw up on my face. Like, no.
We all did. We were like those girls that were so obnoxious. Like we were like wearing all like colorful outfits, like really cute. Like everyone like killed it except for Deepti because all she did was carry her wig. I was like, what's going on?
I know. I was like, hey.
But we were like those annoying ass girls. Like you guys know.
Remember when you wanted us to be Guy Fieri? Like all of us dressed like Guy Fieri for your birthday?
Oh my gosh. So I wanted to, but his wigs were sold out. Like I couldn't find enough wigs. Or like none of my friends could. There was like if I on Amazon or even like the Party City, I was trying to find like the Guy Fieri wigs, but it was like there were like only 10 left and I was like, okay, that's just not enough. So because I am Guy Fieri's #1 fan.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead inside. That's so funny. Wait, weirdly, did you see the news about Demi Lovato? She
No.
she attended she attended a she attended
What?
a cardiovascular disease awareness event.
Yeah.
And she performed at it. And guess which song she chose to sing?
Which one?
Her song called Heart Attack. But it's a cardiovascular awareness.
Is it getting backlash? Is she getting backlash?
She's getting so much backlash. And can I tell you, her PR team is on it. This is so funny, but she's like, no, you guys don't know the context. I gave a super sweet intro about how I've had a heart attack myself, and that's why I'm doing this event, and how there's a connection with mind and heart, and that's why I sang the song. But she's getting torn apart on social media right now.
I mean...
It's so bad. Everyone's like, bro, like 10 minutes before this, they played like a video of all the survivors. She chose to click heart attack.
Oh no.
I know.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, who approved that? Okay, that is really bad, because here's the thing. We now live in an age of like, things are posted, like very short clips of things, or like things are taken out of context. Because I get it if she gave did a speech about it and like there was background, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, we've been victims of it too. So I feel your Demi Lovato is all I can say.
We feel for you, babe. But you know what? Make your PR team work hard.
Yeah. I was like, you pay them for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if anyone is like me, but I feel like this harsh winter has just been a really good reminder to start focusing on my skin. So I've been using OneSkin since December, and it has really changed my skin. So I'm 31, and I started to notice some lines around my eyes and my mouth, and my skin just looked really worn out. Then I started using OneSkin, and I really, really like it. Like, my skin is much softer. The lines around my eyes are mostly gone, and kind of that general dehydrated look of my skin is also gone. Their products use their proprietary OS1 peptide. It's the first ingredient scientifically proven to reduce the buildup of senescent cells, which are those zombie cells that contribute to skin aging.
And I feel like as I get older, I really try to use products that are backed by research. In a third-party 12-week clinical study performed by third-party research organization, OneSkin's OS1 face topical supplement was clinically proven to strengthen the skin barrier and diminish visible signs of aging. So wrinkles were diminished in 87% of users. I just like that OneSkin is more than just skincare. It's about skin longevity, targeting the root causes of aging to help you look and feel your best at every age. Get started today with 15% off using code OUTOFTHEPODS at oneskin.co.
That's 15% off oneskin.co with code OUTOFTHEPODS. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. It's time to expect more from your skincare routine. Invest in the health of your skin with OneSkin. Can we share the best news ever for our listeners?
Let's share it.
Guys, against our better judgment and free will, we have watched Love is Blind Sweden for you. We saw all of your DMs. We saw all of your comments just begging us to react to this season. And I'm not going to lie, it is my favorite season of Love is Blind. But can we just clarify why Deepti and I did not initially recap and react to
First of all, you
the
say
Sweden
best
version?
Season ever. Best season ever, really.
Ever.
Yeah. Okay, tell them why. I think we're on the same page about this as to why we waited so long to watch this season.
Look, if you guys have been listening since episode 1, Deepti and I are not okay from filming Love is Blind. We are. We still have trauma. We still have baggage. And I was like, the last thing I want to do is watch every version of Love is Blind. There are some versions, international versions that haven't come out yet, but there's about to be like 9 international versions.
Virgins.
There's about to be 9 international versions of Love is Blind. And
that's insane.
You have to fucking pay me $5 million to watch
just
all 9 versions, plus 2 of the US, plus 1 of the UK coming out.
She's actually kidding, because you know she has to for the purposes of this podcast.
in all seriousness, I think the biggest reason why we probably won't recap all the international versions is because we know that the international versions, like some of them aren't available to all countries. And so we didn't want to like kind of like segment our listener base if they don't have access to the season.
Yeah. And that's why I think we're choosing to just kind of do like a high level overview recap type style for this. But dude, I'm in the same boat. I tried to watch Love is Blind Sweden like 3 times. I started and I was like, I was like, I can't do it. And then the 3rd time it really stuck because, you know, we wanted to recap it. But can I tell you something fucking hilarious? When I first started watching, I watched it in the English audio version, not the Swedish version. And it was terrible. I was like, who are these dubbed?
The dubbed version?
I was like,
I never.
Not. I couldn't do it. And then, you know what? It's funny because I binged, just because I love our pod besties out here. I binged it last night.
For you guys.
For you. But can I tell you, when I was like running around, like trying to cook and other things, I put it in the English version and I was kind of getting acclimated to them, but then watched it in like the Swedish version to just kind of understand their characters and like be like, oh, like tone of voice matters, you know? But anyways, it was a good season.
100%. It was. It is one of, I would say right now, it is my favorite version of Love is Blind. It was juicy. It had all the drama, but I loved like a lot of the characters. They felt more like real. Mm-hmm. And I also liked that most of them were in their 30s too. I feel like there was like a little bit of maturity there that you don't really get always with the US version.
Wait, so what were your favorite? Who are your favorite people?
Okay. Like, again, I've already watched all the episodes, so this is me just like reacting to it. I still really like Amanda. I think she is an angel on this earth.
Yeah.
I feel really sad for her because Sergio is, I think, Satan in disguise.
I was like, Sergio. I'm like, ooh.
And then I really love Chrisley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the same boat as you. It's like I was writing notes down as I was watching it and like it just like my mind changed throughout it. And then the reunion hit and I was like, Sergio, please. Like, what is going on? I thought we saw a lot of character development from him. And I was like, okay. And then just thing after thing happened. And I was like, oh no, there's some red flags.
Okay. Can we talk about Sergio? And I know that we're probably not pronouncing their names in like the Swedish way, so we'll try our best. But the thing about Sergio, when he lied to Amanda in the beginning about going on dates, like when they decide to be exclusive, that triggered something in me. It kind of took me back to my pod days with a little love triangle I didn't know I was in, even though someone had asked me to be his girlfriend.
I remember that moment too,
was still dating other people behind my back.
And like getting mad, Shane, I remember that.
I was like, you used to get mad at me for dating other people.
Can I tell you though, weirdly, Sergio reminds me of like a combination of Shake and Shane. The Shaz combined is Sergio. I was like, oh.
It's always those S's. Those
shishas are always in the wrong.
I know. I was shocked when Amanda said yes at the altar, especially with the rumors of the baby going around, the baby in Barcelona. That's not in Barcelona, as we found out later on. But I just like, I don't know. Like, he's such a liar and a manipulator that I'm like, why are you with him, Amanda?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why? Like, why do you think?
She literally just like honestly swept everything under the rug, all the rumors that were happening. She's like, well, there's no concrete evidence. It's a classic like projection of a little bit of insecurity. I hate to put that on her, but I feel like she just wants love so badly that she's willing to overlook some of the red flags and the obstacles that is Sergio.
Like, some of the red flags, all of them. All of the red flags.
But the fact that she's having his baby now, it's like she's never getting out of that relationship. He's going to get away with everything.
It's so hard because I don't want to make any like
assumptions.
Really, yeah, like I don't want to make any assumptions or really just like mean comments about Sergio because look, we don't know them and now they're married. She's pregnant with his child. It's like very all messy, but everything we saw on the show, including the way that he spoke about the baby that he's having with, the subtitle said third party. Like, I don't know exactly what it said, but with another woman pretty much that he called a third party. That baby, the way he said, it's not true that I have a baby in Barcelona. I have a baby in Sweden. I was like, what? Like, what?
He was trying to be dramatic.
Like, I know, but it's like, I hate those people. Yeah. It's like you have like a level of arrogance and I don't know, like it's just gross. I'm sure you've seen me post this bag on social media every time I travel. I'm so obsessed with my Béis Weekender bag. It is by far the best travel bag I've ever had. At first, I was influenced by social media because everyone had these bags, but I totally understand why, because Béis makes packing and organizing so easy. My favorite part of the bag is the bottom compartment where I keep my shoes, and I sometimes even put my hairdryer in there. And there's also a zipper pocket on the back that becomes a trolley sleeve, so it fits over my luggage handle. I don't know, it just has everything I ever wanted and needed in a carry-on bag.
And if you haven't already, you should check out their luggage too, because Béis has literally thought of everything you could ever want in a piece of luggage. A cushion handle, built-in weight indicator, washable bags for your dirty clothes, and all the interior pockets you need to keep yourself organized. And I am 100% that girl who overpacks every time. And I bring like 5 pairs of shoes for a weekend trip or like 10 different outfits for my mood. But literally, it doesn't even matter because with Béis, I can fit them all into a bag.
Right now, Béis is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting BéisTravel.com/outofthepods. Go to BéisTravel.com/outofthepods for 15% off your first purchase.
That's BEIS travel.com/outofthepods. And even, do you remember, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this, but do you remember at the very beginning when he wouldn't tell people his name and he was trying to be like weird? And then also, oh my God, I forgot when he got mad in Mexico at Amanda, when he was like, I'm really upset with you because you didn't wear the bracelet that I gave you at the proposal and you didn't give me the ring. And I was like, you are such a superficial little what? Like, I'm so confused. Dude, he's the worst. I think from the season, Sergio was screaming red flags.
Oh, well, it's crazy because he's so quick to call out her red flags, what he perceives as red flags from her, but she's just not. I saw a bunch of comments online about Amanda and Sergio, especially after she really like downplayed his lying, manipulation tactics, and just like, I don't know, just, I don't want to use the word like gaslit, but try to kind of like talk it off.
It's 100% gaslighting. I agree.
But, people are like, it comes from low self-esteem. And then I thought about how she told Sergio in the pods about how she was bullied and had scoliosis. I forget if those two are related. Was she bullied for having scoliosis?
I think so. Something along that line. I'm sure it like impacted her childhood. Yeah.
So it's like maybe that's where, because she is beautiful. She came off so wonderful in the season. And I was like, maybe it's like those moments like that bullying kind of didn't allow her like self-esteem to grow, or she thinks like she still kind of lives in that mindset of like she's not good enough.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like I'm assuming that's how she probably felt when she's getting bullied. By the way, before we move on, can you believe that he like pulled away from her after that moment?
Oh yes, I know. I was like, what the
heck?
That
was wild.
He's so intriguing to me, and on the fact that people on the cast haven't called him out and Amanda hasn't called him out, I'm just like, are we on the same planet? Like, did you see the show back? And like her at reunion just like giving him so much love and respect and like support. I was like, it was irking me inside, dude. It was irking me. I was like, what is going on? This playa. Oh my God.
Well, I feel like the host and like Crisley were trying to call him out, and And like, I feel like either Amanda stepped in or Sergio would give those like kind of roundabout answers. But I don't know. I just don't think he's like very genuine. But going back to that of like people calling her weak and like she has low self-esteem, maybe. But I see it in a way that I think that when you are in a relationship or in a marriage on reality TV, I think it's her way of like protecting her partner. I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like she did get pregnant like very soon after her wedding day.
She got pregnant before the wedding day. She got pregnant before and she found out after the wedding.
Oh.
So it was during filming that she got pregnant. Wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. But I feel like because she's having a baby, I feel like it's less easy to maybe leave that relationship in her eyes.
Yeah.
And look, I don't have a kid with someone, so I was like, I don't know, like, you know, just everything that goes on with that. But I think people also need to remember, knowing that I was in her shoes at once, that like what you see on TV and how a partner supports another partner isn't always what's really going on. Like she might not be that delusional.
Yeah.
Like it just might be the fact that like, for example, for me, when I was filming, I've talked about this on the podcast before, but like I protected Shane so much. Like every scene that we filmed together, I was like, I'm going to pretend we are good. I know we're not that good, you know, behind the scenes or behind the camera, but I'm going to act like everything's great because what if we get married and then have kids and our kids watch the show?
Yes,
like,
that's
I'm not
exactly.
going to embarrass them.
Yes, that's exactly what my mindset was with Shake too, because obviously the whole attraction thing was a problem. And I was like, you know what? I just know that one day I'm going to look back and be like, regret it if I like was so negative towards somebody. That's always going to be like how I am as a person. And so I totally understand what you're saying. But you know what's funny, at the reunion, I like to look at the couples and see like the other person's facial expressions when like their partner's talking. And I could tell there's like definitely some shit going on behind the scenes. Like I'm sure he's not just like, you know, like he didn't just get away with it. In my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like they're out of the honeymoon phase type of thing where you let like the guy get away with that much. And I feel like there's definitely, look, again, we don't know them, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's issues behind the scenes that are definitely going on. And I hope that she's not, and I think maybe just for the cameras, she's making it seem like they're good, they're great, they're happy. But I hope that she is trying to keep him accountable for, you know, his lies and everything. Because I'm sure that if she was like me, she was really shocked to watch the show and see things that happened behind her back or the way he reacted in certain situations. And I know that probably triggered her, got her angry, and she probably ripped shit. I hope.
It's kind
if
of
she's
like,
anything like me.
Yeah. And it's always usually, I hate to say it, but it's mostly the couples that are like too lovey-dovey or too like, oh my gosh, everything is perfect. Those are the couples that probably struggle the most behind the scenes. And like, you can tell, like, one thing I did appreciate about the reunion, first of all, let me take a step back. One thing I appreciated about the entire season was how many love stories there were and how many people were like actually compromised and got married. And I was like, I was watching the last episode with the weddings and I was like, oh my gosh, like I wish so badly that it worked out for me on this show. Like I truly wish that I could have gotten married because like what a beautiful way. Ugh. I'm so happy for them though. I was like, oh my gosh.
Like if you found someone, like not to shake,
Avi, but like if I found that love story, kind of like Chrisley and Rasmus were my two, I literally was like, wait a minute, how did they actually make this work? I don't know if you remember, but Rasmus from the very beginning, I was like, this dude is 100% a red flag. He's love bombing everyone. And then I was like, oh wow, okay, you did the right thing finally. But I was so happy for them. I was like, oh.
I do too. I'm really glad that they worked out. I'm a big fan of Chrisley. She's one of my favorite people from the season. I feel like she's a girl's girl. Even the way that she like asked the questions that she did, like try to keep Sergio accountable was, I was like, you know what, good for you. You're just like really trying to like
be there for her friend.
Yeah.
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 Oh my God. And the best part, oh, this is the cutest thing, but in the lounge, she asked, I don't even remember who she asked, but they were both after Rasmus. And when one of the girls in the pods, I don't even remember who it was, she was like, oh yeah, it's Rasmus. And she started tearing up, crying. And she was like, oh, that sucks. Like, I can't believe it's Rasmus. I don't know. It just spoke to her pure energy. I really, really enjoyed her. But really quickly, can we talk about the blatant similarities in storyline between Amelia and Lucas and me and Shake? It was same, but different. Same, but different.
Yes, it's like the same, but different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Lucas.
no, 100%.
Okay, truly though,
Can I ask you? I watched it and I was like, this is like Deepti's storyline.
Yeah.
So like, how did it make you feel watching it? Because I feel like it's different when we watch the show and it's us, right? It's us because we have our own memories watching the show. There's more context to the things watching it. And I feel like I can't be fully objective to what I see on screen. And it's way more emotionally charged when we're watching ourselves go through hard times on the show or like seeing our storylines. But how did it feel being like a third party watching their storyline, which is very similar to yours?
I'm not going to lie to you. It kind of broke my heart for Amelia. I was like, this sucks so bad that the physical attraction isn't there. And I have been I have always said this in interviews, whatever, after the show aired. It's not the fact that Shake wasn't attracted to me that was the problem. It's the way he handled it. And that's why, in my opinion, I feel like Lucas, like, he's a little bit of a people pleaser in the sense that like he didn't want to hurt Amelia, but I think he was like honest from the beginning and was like, this is my issue, but I like truly love you. I think that he went about it like okay, like as okay as it could have been. Like, it's a really shitty situation to be in, but I wholeheartedly think that having being physically attracted to your partner is extremely important. And if it's not there and it can't be built, then like you have to go your separate ways. The one thing that I will say though is I think it, like, from Amelia's perspective, because I like related to her so much, was that it does really like hit your ego. It like makes you feel really insecure, and you have to really pull yourself out of that mentality and be like, it's okay that someone doesn't find me physically attractive. Like, there's so many other people out there. You have to constantly remind yourself of that. But I don't fault Lucas. I really don't. The only thing
I don't either.
I was going to say the only thing that I found that was kind of annoying is that he like decided to date her after their wedding day.
Yeah, that's what I had in my notes, that they continued their relationship for 2 weeks after the wedding and then they broke up. And he said that it was still that lack of physical chemistry that was like the problem. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, just let it go then.
Yeah, because I feel like on the one hand, it's like, kudos to you for trying so hard, but on the other hand, it's like, if it hasn't worked, why are you stringing her along? You know, just let her go.
Well, I felt so bad when she started crying about like continuing that relationship.
Yeah,
she was to the end of the show. Yeah. Okay. Here's my thing about like physical attraction. I actually don't think it's that important. I think it's actually important to an extent when you first meet someone, but I think when, in like Amelia and Lucas's case, but also you and Shake, if you either have to be super fucking shallow, if it is such a big factor and you like someone's personality but can't get over their physical attractiveness, like can't force like get through, I think that is actually like huge superficiality, because I believe that attraction grows when you really fall in love with someone. So I think when people say like, I love you, but just am not physically attracted to you, I'm like, that's BS. Like, you just love them as a friend then. Like, I think like, you don't love them as a partner.
But truly though, continue your thought. Okay.
Well, I was going to say, I think in this case though, it's like, if you really, really get to know someone and you're still not physically attracted to them, I feel like that's just like incompatibility at the end.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're under the impression that attraction grows as you get to know someone and fall in love with them, then like, and you can't get there, then you're just not in love with them.
I heard a really surprising statistic the other day. Did you know that 1 out of 8 couples struggle with infertility?
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't think most people know this, or they're just not ready to really talk about it. But truly, we need good data and information about our bodies so that we can have informed conversations with our doctors and make the best decisions for our future.
Exactly. I mean, knowledge is power. And when you know more, you can make better decisions for your body, your health, and your future. I mean, there aren't many decisions bigger than having a kid, but for many women, their fertility is a big question mark. We always talk about this. I mean, I know it was a big question mark for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why modern fertility was created. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label, and you'll get your personalized results within 6 business days.
Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/out of the pods. That means your test will cost $159, which is a fraction of what it would cost at a fertility clinic.
Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/out of the pods. Modernfertility.com/out of the pods. Okay, a couple thoughts to that though. I feel like it's so hard with physical attraction though, because first of all, Love is Blind is so unique in that like if attraction grows over time and like someone's not your physical type and you spend time with them and it naturally grows, great. But this was so different because you're already close to them without seeing them, and then you introduce the physicality of it. Mm-hmm. So I think like the mindset is just so like it just fucks with you. It's just like such a different mentality to be in. But I do have to say, like, you're right about the compatibility thing. Like, they're just not compatible. But I wholeheartedly think that physical attraction does make a difference. I think it dies over time, and then your love is what continues on. But, like, anyways, I really felt for Amelia, and like it was so wild, the similarities when Lucas was like, oh my God, I could see her as like an amazing wife, an amazing mother. I'm like, oh my God, it's triggering. This is so shake. I was like,
no, 100%. I watched that and I was like, wow, all he needs to say is the aunt comment now.
I know.
Is he going to say that Amelia reminds him of his aunt? Or
I
like
literally died. But okay. Final thoughts on Lucas though. I really, really think that it's different. It's same, but different than Shake, because truly I felt like Lucas was more willing and like really like tried. And I don't know. I just really, I don't hate Lucas. I understand him. And that's weird coming from me, but I understand. Yeah. I understand.
Look, I do understand it too. It's always hard when it's happening on like, on TV.
Right. Exactly.
Like, I feel like the way Lucas thinks is how some people really do think. And it's like private in their thoughts, but instead he has to continue to talk about it in the cameras to like, to have people understand why,
Wait.
He didn't move forward.
I just remembered what I was going to say about the superficiality, but do you remember when, what's his name? Rasmus. Yes. Okay. Do you remember when Rasmus at the very beginning, he was so honest and he was like, listen, I love going on these dates, but I'm superficial. He literally straight up said, I'm superficial. And I was like, I kind of liked it because he's like, be honest about who you are as a person. If you are very superficial, then just say it. You know what I mean? I kind of
said it.
Weirdly, I was appreciative of that. Oh yeah, I forgot he did. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did. He was like, well, I gotta have to see what they look like if they have bad teeth.
I mean,
remember the teeth comment from Shane?
I mean, they didn't show it on the show. I think for our season, they were still very, like, I feel like that superficiality was more part of, like, Shake's storyline, in the beginning of the pods. But Shane was very curious about what all the women looked like. Like, I heard, through Shayna at the time, Shayna was telling Shane, like, who was, like, really pretty in the pods. And I think it was, like,
whoever.
She gave a description of herself, and like people assumed she was really pretty, along with Kara was a big one, and like other women. And then I guess like Shane had asked about me, and she's like, she's cute.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
Very, like trying to like keep it as if I'm like not pretty. And then I remember Shane asked me like how I would rate myself, like look wise, and I was like, 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
and he was so bothered by it. Like I could tell.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh my God, like should I like move forward? Because remember we Shane like relate to me. I remember at the very end that he was like very fit.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I used to be a personal trainer. He told me his height.
I think I
He was
remember
like,
that. Yeah.
6'4" or whatever. And so,
you know, it's crazy to me.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I knew Shane was also superficial.
Yeah. You know what?
I was like, okay.
It's just dumb to me though. Like, yeah, fine, admit that you're superficial, but like don't go on a show called Love is Blind when you're literally about to date somebody. It's about personality and like getting over the superficiality. But like, I guess whatever. Yeah. Put yourself through the fucking experiment.
Well, I mean, at the end he did. I mean, when I told him I was like a 5 out of 10. He's like, oh shit, well here we go. He goes, I'm proposing tomorrow. So we'll just have to see.
No.
No,
but dude, really though, I really liked this season. It was cute. I was like, I like that there was so much love. But can I say one thing? You know how like Love is Blind, like in the US, we kind of like know some of the behind the scenes drama and like some shits that, you know, that went down that like we've heard
We know how like the bread is, no, what's the word? We know how the butter is made.
I don't know. That's a white person thing to say.
Like we know how the
butter's churned.
Bread but like we know what goes on behind the scenes. Like we know how the show is produced and edited.
Mm-hmm.
But this felt very like, I didn't know.
Yeah, we're like so in the dark. And I'm like, oh, like I really want to know like what truly happened behind the scenes. Like what was the drama? Because I know Sergio ain't no angel. Bro.
No, I was like, should I message Chrisley?
I really was like, should we have?
Swedish?
What's funny is one of our listeners commented on our post and was like, bring this couple onto Love is Blind as your guest because they know English and they'll drop some tea. And I was like, oh, should we?
Wait,
should we?
Honestly?
Maybe.
We'll keep you guys updated. Yeah. But I would love that. I definitely will watch the next season of Love is Blind Sweden. I really, really enjoyed this season a lot. And I'm so glad that we were kind of pushed by our listeners to react to it because, like I said, it was one of my favorite
It was a really good
seasons
season
of Love is Blind. Yeah. And I think the reunion was so wild and juicy that I was like, oh, I'm here for this.
Oh my God. One last thing about the reunion. I absolutely loved the way they showed like unseen footage. And
yes.
And I can't even remember who it was. Katya was the one who started dating somebody else from the pods. And I was like, oh my God, like I love these like little hidden gems of like stuff that they didn't air during the normal episodes. And I was like, oh, I like this. But anyways, overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. Based on all the Love is Blind seasons that I've seen, so I've seen 2 seasons of Love is Blind Brazil, the first season of Love is Blind Japan, and obviously all the US seasons, I would give this a 9 out of 10.
What? Wow. Because we love
100%.
Love around here. We love love.
We love love. We love the drama. We love it in a different language too. Well, guys, we did it for you. Just for you. We reacted to Love is Blind Sweden. And we might do the next one. It was that good.
I got the best package today, my Thrive Market box. I absolutely love that Thrive Market carries brands with the best quality ingredients. They restrict hundreds of ingredients across their food and cleaning products. And as an organic girly myself, it just truly makes my heart so happy.
So I'm also a Thrive Market member, and I just knew that you would love Thrive Market. I love it too because I don't have to worry at looking at the labels and making sure that there's ingredients in there that I just don't want. And I save money on every single grocery order. On average, I save over 30% each time. And they even have a deals page that changes daily, and it always has some of my favorite brands.
Dude, literally, I saved over $40 on the stuff that I bought the other day. And I like to use coconut oil to do oil pulling, but I found this amazing coconut oil mouthwash on Thrive. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I just love filtering through their sections and finding healthy new things. Like, for example, in their snack section, I found this amazing chickpea puffs product. And essentially, it feels like I'm eating Cheetos without the bad ingredients.
Join in on the savings with Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. Go to thrivemarket.com/oddthepods for 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift.
That's THRIVE market.com/outofthepods. Thrivemarket.com/outofthepods. Should I intro our next segment for us?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are bringing back our little advice corner column, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like there's so many listeners who submitted like stories that were just so good. And I feel like, you know what? Let's bring the angel devil, Natalie and I into.
Wait, who's the angel in this scenario?
Clearly not you.
Oh,
just kidding.
I'm wearing red too.
Yeah.
Oh, feeling a little devilish today.
Ooh, when are you not? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We got a lot of listener stories. So we're going to start with a few of them that like really stood out to us. Okay. Our first listener question. This one is, I'm going to say dealing with your husband's douchebag friends is what I topicked it. Okay. This person says, my husband is so loyal, but it can actually be to a fault. We've been together for a long time, and for the most part, I've been cool with his friends and even considered them my friends. Recently, one of his friends became a woman hater, Andrew Tate type. And during a conversation while at lunch with the friend group, he straight up told me women over 30 are useless. Excuse me, I'm 33.
I guess we're useless.
I know. Since then, I have refused to be around him, and my husband won't really distance himself from him either. My husband is an amazing guy. He never says anything mean about anyone, but he's always there for anyone he loves. But some of his friends can seriously be questionable and offensive. I guess my question is, how do you deal with your man's douchebag friends? Oh,
you don't.
Kick him to the curb. No. Honestly, can I just say you are the company you keep? And you know what? We are out with people pleasing. Like your husband sounds like me 5 years ago trying to please everyone. No, like if he's literally like an Andrew Tate type, like get him out of here. Like show your husband the light.
Yeah, I feel like if he's saying like comments like women over 30 are useless, like
bro.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think I would let my husband. I don't know if, I mean, obviously I couldn't tell my husband, hypothetically speaking, like, hey, you can't hang out with him anymore. Like, obviously it's up to my husband if he wants to continue hanging out with this person. But I'd be like, you think we're ever going to fucking lunch with this guy again? Hell no.
Exactly.
Like, absolutely not.
I think that's what I would do too. I'd be like, you know what? Listen, I can't control you and tell you who to hang out with and who to not hang out with, but I can absolutely control what I do. And for me, the boundary is I am not going to hang out with this person because he does not make me feel good in life, and life is too short to be around people that you don't like. So goodbye. But you have fun, you know? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
You pick him or me.
Like, go live your life. I'll live mine.
Exactly.
Actually, that would be like, that's what I hope I would say. But I know in reality, I'd be like,
absolutely not.
Like, absolutely not. I was like, you're going out with who?
Yeah. Andrew Tate. No, I agree. Man, it is a hard one. But you know what? I think you got to let your husband do his thing, and eventually they'll drift apart if you're like, I'm not going to those lunches.
But you make your concerns known. You don't give him any peace about it. If you want to complain every 5 minutes about this Andrew Tate type person, then you do it. You make your husband's life hard.
Yes,
hang out with this guy.
Exactly. Look at what Andrew Tate said.
Don't
today.
Be controlling, but make your opinion known. Okay, I will say though, it depends on how much history he has with this friend. Because I'm going to be like very honest here. I have this friend who did kind of like a shady thing. Like several years ago now, when we were in our early 20s.
My toxic
It's nothing like illegal or anything crazy. I was gonna say, it's not straight up murder or anything. Yeah, like
my
that,
toxic
but like,
trait was trying to ask you, what was it? What was this thing that he did? Yes.
She just got involved in another person's relationship, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Look, we were pissed at her. Like my friend group, we were like, what the fuck? Like, you better get yourself out of this mess. And she didn't do it as fast as we thought she would. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And what was really hard though is like she was my friend for a really, 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 really long time, like since childhood. And so it wasn't as easy of just like
cutting it off.
And it was really tough then too, because I had been cheated on before. So I knew what it felt like on the other end at that point. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are like you are causing hurt that I've personally gone through. And
Yeah.
like you're doing it to someone else.
It's
even though like the guy is also at fault. But you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
it's just triggering.
And I remember talking to like my partner at the time, and he's like, you should just like cut her out. But I remember being like, there's so much history there.
Yeah.
Like, how do I just cut her out? Like, she's still my friend. I want the best for her. And I want to lead her to make the right decision because I don't think she's like a bad person.
Yeah. I think it definitely depends on the level of like wrongness or the level of like, you know, like what is it exactly that makes you not align with them anymore, you know? And in this situation, I really think like one, either tell him straight up to his face, hey, what you're saying is offending me, and see how he reacts and see like what the trajectory is. And also, secondly, I feel like when I was in my 20s, I think I allowed a lot more bullshit to pass through my life, and I'd be like, oh, fine, I'm okay with this. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, no, if like you are the friends you keep is so important, and the company you keep is like vital to you, who you are as a person and your mindset. So if it doesn't align anymore, regardless of how long you've been friends, I think it's just time to love them from afar. Truly.
That is my favorite line from Deepti. I'm just gonna love them from afar.
Yeah. No shade, no hate. Just all love from afar.
And I was like, I'm not. You shouldn't either. I was like, I'm just gonna go afar. No love.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, that's our opinion, our advice.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck, and tell us what you end up doing. I hope you say something to Andrew Tate's face.
Yes, agreed. Or I hope you just never see him again.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm excited for the next one.
Yes. Okay. So Deepti titled this next one, Be in Love with Two Men at Once. Ooh, I can't wait to read this. So, hi girls, big fan. I would love your advice. I've been in a relationship for over a year now. I love my boyfriend and we've been talking about our future together, including moving in together in a couple of months. Recently, an old flame reached out to me. I never had a relationship with him, but we did have a friends with benefits situation before I got into my current relationship. He recently expressed his feelings for me, and since the proclamation, wow, I love that, a proclamation, I can't stop thinking about it and I feel confused. I didn't realize I still had feelings for him until now, but I'm in this relationship. Oh, I've never been in a situation where I have had strong feelings for two men at the same time. I have no idea what to do.
Ooh, I have some thoughts.
Ooh, I don't know what you should do either.
First of all, have you ever okay, there's so many thoughts. First of all, in my opinion, if you are with somebody,
wait.
Yes.
Deepti, have you ever been in this type of situation?
Yes.
You have?
I have, slightly.
Okay, and what did you do?
I chose the longevity of my relationship over the crush, my work crush.
And do you regret it? Oh, I know the story. I actually knew that you did this, but do you regret it? Do you regret it now knowing that relationship has not worked out?
No, because I didn't want to do anything that's outside of my ethical boundaries. Wow. Where the fuck did that come from out of my head?
Ethical boundaries.
No, but truly, I just would never be like known as a cheater, like even emotionally cheating. I was like, I have to cut this off. But in my opinion, though, Natalie, don't you think that if somebody reaches out to you and they're like, I have feelings for you, and you feel like spark and you can't stop thinking about it, that just means that the current situation you're in isn't as strong as you thought it would be? Because if you were so in love with this person, then anybody reaching out to you, you'd be like, nah, I'm good. You know? It's like, I think because she like has these unresolved feelings for this last love or situationship, that's why she's questioning her current relationship. I think she shouldn't be with either of them, if I'm being honest.
I was gonna say, because I've had exes reach out,
and
like I right now in a situation where I was like, I don't like there's nothing there. Like I'm like, oh, go away, you know. So I think to our listener who submitted this story, I think you need to take a good look at why you're feeling the way you're feeling. If it's just like a very temporary thing, because I won't lie, like I think it's very natural for even people in relationships to feel attraction to other people or feel like having a work crush, but it's like how you deal with that. Do put it. Okay, so New York boy is, I'm at his apartment and he just looked at me.
He's like, I would love to know what you want to say
he's
here.
He's like, what? No, but I think it's like natural to like to feel like feelings of attraction for other people. It's like not explore those, but like it's like not
I was gonna
exploring
say
that. You just like, it's a feeling that passes and that like that's it. Like you don't do anything about it. Like that is the ethical thing to do. I think you need to see like why you feel this way. Like, are you really happy in your current situation? And that's why you have feelings, like, or is this just like a very temporary, like
lustful feeling?
Lustful feeling.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I think that, like Nadia said, take a really good look at your own feelings and what you want out of a relationship. I would highly suggest writing it down. Write down your feelings of like what you're looking for, what are the positives for both people, and also really think about why is it that your situationship didn't work from the beginning? Is it really just timing, or like do you just feel like your ego was hurt that you weren't with him and that's why you're trying to like prove something to yourself by saying, oh my gosh, look, he actually does want to be with me. And like, think about the scenario too of like, people always want what they can't have. When I get into a relationship, men come out of the woodworks trying to be with me. And it's like, bitch, you just want what you can't have, you know?
No, I've been like that. Like on the other end. Yeah, 100%. That's a real thing.
It's so real.
People seem more desirable when they're in when they're with someone else and they look really happy on social media. So you need to think about like, is that why? And like, why were you guys only friends with benefits in the beginning? Like, why didn't it ever progress to like a relationship? So I don't know. There's so many different factors. We can't tell you, but I will say that if you love your boyfriend and you really see a future with him, you talked about moving in with him a couple of months, like the old flame is not worth giving all that up.
Can I tell you, I also think it's like a universal test. The universe is giving you a test right now. Are you going to proceed with what you're doing, or are you going to like, jump ship? I don't know. I feel like it's like a monumental turn. And I think about this often because I feel like situations have happened to me like this. And I'm like, oh, the universe is like, did you learn your lesson? Are you going to go back to the toxic behavior, or are you going to continue in a healthy way? And I'm telling you, really contemplate this before you make your decision.
Well, keep us updated. I'm very curious to see like what you decide to do. I mean, this is a tough one though.
It is a tough one.
Can't say I've been in the shoes though, but good luck.
Okay, first of all, can I just say I absolutely love reading like stories from our listeners. So if anyone out there is listening who wants some advice from us, whether that be good or bad, reach out to us at our Instagram page at Out of the Pods.
And make sure you leave a review and subscribe. See you next Wednesday.
Bye.